So welcome to another episode of Real Estate, Real Answers. And today I am joined by two agents that I want you to meet. They're amazing. We're going to talk a little bit about what they do and why I think they're so awesome. Why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Hi, I'm MARLENA. I'm part of the Hammond Homes team and here at Kellerwilliams.
Yes, my name's DAMIAN. I'm part of the Hammond Homes team as well. I'm a real estate agent.
Yes. And I love, you are not camera shy. I love it, love it, love it. It's, you guys started with the office not all that long ago, and you're on the Hammond team, which is a super team.
Yes.
And it's really awesome. What made you get into real estate? Like, what was the thought?
Yeah.
Well, we've just seen people be really successful with it and watch them help their clients, and also just kind of, you get the flexibility of being your own boss, but also just taking care of everybody the way that you want to.
Yeah, the flexibility of this business is so awesome, and helping people just feels so good every day, right?
Yeah, and I think to piggyback off that, I think like specifically for me, I mean, like I got into it to help people. I mean, like a lot of people say that, but at the same time, I feel like, to give an idea, like I went to school for psychology for like a year or two. So like just the idea of being able to help people with like a huge, the biggest purchase of their life and help them through that process and make it exciting, not overwhelming. Seems cool to me. So
that's kind of how I started too. I have my degree in physical therapy.
Yes.
And I was working in that business, and it was just helping people, and I loved that. But it was difficult. That was a difficult business back then with insurance and all that. So my mom was in a real estate field, and I was like, you know what? I think I want to try it because I was meeting so many people. And when you help people in your other careers, they want to work with you because they know that you take care of them. And I think in our business, that is such a key piece of the pie, because there's 1,000 real estate agents out there. They can work with so many people, but why they want to work with you. So tell me, what makes you different than all the other agents out there?
So I actually am still a server at a restaurant, and I love like just giving the best service, making everybody have a great experience. So I just wanted to take that into my real estate career with the purchase of their home instead of a dinner.
And that's important, because being a server, you really have to learn people, right? Because you're dealing with all different kinds of happy people, unhappy people, and miserable people, whatever. But you learn how to deal with those situations, which, believe it or not, is a great precursor to negotiating.
Yeah.
And I think that is something you bring to the table that is going to be really useful for people, because you're not as old as most real estate agents, right? You guys are young, and you don't want people out there thinking like, gosh, they're so young. Why would I want to work with them? I feel like you have an advantage, and your advantage is that you bring more care, and you are going to make sure that you focus on everything that they need. So I think that's really good. How about you?
That kind of goes literally right into my response. I think like just the idea of being there through every step of the process, and like, obviously we're young, so we haven't bought a house before, you know what I mean? So I haven't necessarily worked with a real estate agent, but I can't imagine that every single real estate agent being busy and having all these things going on is, super on top of, everything, every single thing, every date, every inspection, all of that stuff. And just making sure that, like I said before, is making it exciting, not like, because there's so many little things that you can miss and go through, and just, us still learning the business. It's like, there's a lot. So to make it exciting, take all of that, overwhelming feeling away, like off of the client. I think that's what I bring.
I think it's a huge advantage. Some people say, oh gosh, it's a disadvantage being new. No, I think it's really an advantage, because you're working harder to create business and create relationships. And you both know how to do that. I always joke about your social media. I love it. With the one time you fist pumped the plant, I watched that 1,000 times. I think I even called Rizzo and I said, geez, this is awesome. And you need to get with these guys, because they are so good at social media. But tell me, why is social media so important, especially for your age group and anybody in between you and me? I'm the old person in the room.
No.
It really gets your name out there. Like, I've had people come up to me in Phoenixville or anything, and they're like, oh, you do real estate. And then people know that you can help them when they're ready to purchase a home.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it too is, so just to get like give an idea, like I make music with a friend, so a lot of that coincides with making content. So I was doing that beforehand already. So to bring it into real estate was like easier for me, just because I understood it a little bit. But I think the idea of capturing attention and just being able to do it in like a unique way and just be yourself. Like people have a hard time like being themselves on camera. It's not like something that I really ever cared about. So like I just try to make it fun, try to make it funny, and see what other people are doing.
And it's authentic.
It's authentic, exactly. Yeah,
Right.
and that's important. Like you don't want to. You can do the same type of video as someone else, but be yourself while doing it and just add your own spin. So I just enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's fun.
So again, I think those are traits that lead right into it being an excellent real estate agent, because you have to be able to care about people, but you have to be authentic. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are kind of posers, you know, in the business, and they're in there for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
They're in it for the money. But if you're in it for the consumer and the client, you're going to have an unbelievable career. So just stick with that and always take care of people. The other thing is, you know, someone might be out there watching like, gosh, I think they're awesome, but they're new. I'm afraid to list with them or work with them. You are surrounded by an amazing team.
Oh yeah.
And you are always in education and you're learning and you're really good at what you do. So I don't want anybody to stop calling you because of that, because I think they'd be making a huge mistake. So tell them what it is you're going to do that's different maybe than someone that's been in the business for quite some time.
Yeah, I think just the amount of time you're going to get from me. Like, I just think the amount of time and effort, like you were saying before, is being new. Like, we have to show that we can do this. You know what I mean? We have to show that it makes sense for you to pick us over someone that's been in the game for 15 years. So just putting that time in to go to the classes, to watch the videos on our own time. And I mean, we do this, I want to say 12 hours a day, like, especially living together too. We both do this business. So like,
we're just always real estate.
Right? Which is so good. And I would say you are more qualified than probably some agents that have been in the business for, 10, 15 years, because the market's been really weird. You know, it's almost been like an order taker type of a market because homes were selling so fast.
Yeah.
But as that market starts to change, you're being educated, how to deal with, how to price a home the proper way. There's not many agents out there that know how to do that. And that's like the biggest thing a seller needs. You're learning your negotiation skills, which again, a lot of people haven't had to use those for so long. They get dormant, they forget. You've been practicing that all along. I would venture to say you're more educated and you're more ready than most. So I think that's a huge advantage for you. So why don't you tell everybody out there, first of all, how would they get in touch with you if they wanted to buy or sell a home, or maybe they're renting right now and they want to find out what is it that they can do to get out of that rental situation, because that money is just going to serve their landlord. It's not doing anything for their future. So a lot of people are renting.
A lot of them.
Tell them why they shouldn't be.
Especially a lot of people our age too, because it's hard to like get that down payment, but there's so many programs out there that can help you out. If you are looking to buy or sell, my number and email will be in the comments.
Yes. And just, follow us anywhere. I mean, we're, like she said, we're making social media content. We're out there. When it comes to the renting side, I think the biggest thing is like, especially people our age, like that don't, or even like a lot of people, like right now we're seeing like the average first time home buyers, like 30.
Crazy,
It's
right?
insane. And I think a lot of people go into it thinking that you have to have that 20% down. It's like a huge myth. I thought that before I got into the business. It's like, I just had some buyers go under contract who were FHA and they put down, 5%. Like, you don't have to have the 20%. So obviously it has to make sense. It has to be comfortable, but you're building equity in a home instead of, throwing away,
So smart. No, because you're building it for yourself. And there are grants out there and there's programs out there where you can actually go 100% financing. So that's what they need to talk to you about. They need to call you and say, hey, listen, I'm thinking about renewing my lease. What could I buy for this same amount? Because I'm looking at what these rentals are going for in the area, and I just scratched my head. I'm like, how?
Sometimes more than a mortgage.
Most of them are more than a mortgage. And if you take the write-off and the deduction off of it, you're absolutely at a loss, and then you're not building equity. And that's the one nice thing we can say that's consistent about real estate. It's an investment that grows.
100%.
Even if it ticks back a little bit, like we went through a huge growth. I mean, 35 to 50% increase in values, which is unheard of, but we're not going to lose that.
No,
we might lose 2 or 3, 5, 6%, but it's not going to be this huge backwards momentum like we see in some states. Florida, California, they see things different than we do. Their markets are much more turmoil, but here it's pretty steady eddy. I think we're really well protected in our region. So it's a safe and good investment.
100%.
And I think that people should give you a call and talk to you about why they should be buying versus renting.
Yes, it's important. And I think I think it's just having that knowledge, and even if it doesn't make sense, just having the conversation to just see what's possible. Like we work with a lot of great lenders. We have a lot of great lenders in the building that we're in right now. You know what I mean? We firsthand, I can go walk over and talk to someone and see if it makes sense for you. So,
and they have the craziest products.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So if you want to buy a house, you can definitely buy a house. So listen, do yourself a favor, give these guys a call. They will take such good care of you. They're surrounded by so much talent, their talent, and they'll help you get what it is that you need. So if you're thinking about it, call them.